Boom. And just like every other time, we are back. My name's CHARBEL Milan. Today we got,
Alexis Montoya.
Will Rivera.
Agent DOOLEY.
and this is series episode 3. If you've been feeling alone today, it has ended. The episode has begun, and we're going to pour up a shot for you. What do we got today?
Today we got the Tito's.
Yes, sir.
Tito's vodka, the only vodka that supports animals, I think.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, Tito, supporting us and sponsoring us for this episode. Go copy one. Use Agent DOOLEY 5% off.
Anyways,
Dude, that's not a shot, bro. That's a goddamn.
that's some off. I have good memories with Tito's though.
Facts. Pass me the plate.
Let's get this
Pass
shit.
me a plate.
If you're also taking a shot, cheers to you. And
Oh yeah, if you're
Yeah.
taking a shot with us,
Yeah.
fuck with
Turn
you.
up.
Take shots with us, bro. That'd be lit.
Yeah.
If
If you're watching this and you're taking a shot with us, record that shit
get
And
rid.
send
post
to
it.
us. Yeah.
my
Then
God.
you might win some shit.
Hey,
You for real?
I might do some free
Nah, for
merch.
sure.
hashtag a time shared. Let's get it.
All right.
Bet. Fucking hate
These
vodka.
limes hard as fuck.
Yeah, right?
What the fuck?
Okay, bet. So
All right.
I got some good questions for us. Some good conversationals. I feel like the last 2 episodes, we really broke the ice. Everyone's comfortable on who everyone is and everyone's strengths. But you brought up a good point towards the end of the last episode that I want to bring back up. And I call this the pretty girl, ugly friends paradox. Okay.
Shit, okay.
I don't know if that's a thing, but I made it up. So it's hanging out with losers to make yourself feel better, or hanging out with people who you view as less than in your field, your social status, looks, whatever it is. It's a thing you see a lot with pretty girl. She's got the ugly friends. She feels better about herself, right?
Right.
So how do you guys feel like people are using that same concept when it comes to, not being a pretty girl with ugly friends? Like, do you think people do that where they put themselves around people that aren't doing as good as them to feel better about themselves?
Of course. You see it all the time. Like, some people, they just like feeling like the alpha, or they like feeling powerful. So they'll surround themselves around like friends that they know they're doing better than. And they just like that power. And you're never going to get motivated or inspired to do more if you're not around people that are doing more than you, or, doing better than you. So I feel like you can definitely, if you're not careful, get comfortable around the circle that you're in. If you're, if you consider yourself better than everybody, you're not gonna, grow. So yeah, I feel like definitely there's a lot of people probably in that stage right now. Maybe you see it a lot from people that just graduated high school or are in college. Maybe they're still friends with their high school friends, and their high school friends may not be on the same shit that they're on, but they like being around, people that they consider themselves better than. I feel like.
I feel like it happens in a lot of the different concepts. It maybe you're hanging out with people that are younger than you, so you feel like you have some type of father figure or big brother figure. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with someone that, is still, like you're saying, the college age people. Because to me, I feel like if you're still, whenever someone's friends, like really good friends with their high school or college friends, to me, it's kind of weird. Well, if they're like a really like top 2% type people like us. Because to me, I'm like, the odds of all your friends from 5 years ago being top 1-2%ers just like you, or it's very slim.
Right.
So you're either hanging with them just because you're comfortable, or because they actually are a top 1 or 2%er, or just because you like being around people. You can feel like, you can have higher self-esteem because you're doing better, you're feeling better or whatever. So I see it happen a lot. And it really just becomes kind of toxic because you feel like you're in an environment where you feel good, but you're not doing good because you're around people that are not helping you grow. They're not putting you on with connections. It's a one-sided relationship. You're putting them on, you're helping them, you're putting connections onto them, but it's not vice versa. So you may feel good because, hey, I can flex on you because I do this, but at the end, you're taking from yourself because you're not in an environment where your peers are putting you onto new things, new environments, new mindsets. So it's cool at first, I believe, but when you really dig into it, like I said, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're not that smart.
It's a fact. Well, yeah, Dooley. I mean, I agree 100% with Dooley with what he just said because I know, like, especially when you get out of college or when you go into college, you really don't know who to choose as your friends. Like, you don't know if you should have the same circle, but at the same time, you want to meet other people so you could, like, go to networking events, stuff like that. And then you invite your other friends because you want them to do the same thing, but some of them just aren't really about it. So you have to go on without them. And, like, they might call you fake, they might call you, this and that. But at the end of the day, like, you have a goal and you have like aspirations that you want to meet. So it's like you really have to like push them away. But I don't say you have to like get rid of your friends because I kind of like disagree like with the whole toxic thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I could still keep my same friends and like do what I need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Because like I'm pretty sure like we all have friends that we don't chill with a lot, but when we do chill with them, it's like, oh shit, I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, it's respect all around. Yeah.
Like you're my homie, regardless of what you got going on and what I got going on. It's still at the end of the day, like that's your dog. So
That's facts.
Yeah.
So it's like having a Mustang and your friend has a Corolla and you're like, oh shit, I'm fast, but then a Ferrari pulls up and you're like, I'm not shit. So it's almost like there's nothing wrong with having the Mustang, but you're kind of getting in your own way of getting to that next.
You
car.
want to. You're not
Yeah.
inspired to get a Ferrari if you're around people that have a Corolla type
yeah,
thing.
facts.
So, and I like that you disagree because I was right. I guess for my personal thing, my old friends from high school were toxic because it was almost like you ever have friends where like you're talking about your goals or things you want to do, and like they almost like call you, oh, all you care about is money, or you're just trying to flex on us.
Or they get
They
mad.
make you feel bad about having goals, or they make you
Yeah.
feel bad about talking about things that happen in your life. And that was the most toxic thing that ever happened to me because it made me feel like the path I was going on was bad. But in reality, they hated that we came from the same neighborhood, the same background, but that I was in a better position. So what they would do subconsciously was make me feel bad about what I was doing so that I would become more like them. And since that was all that I was around, it made me think, okay, let me just not talk about my goals ever. Let me just not talk about how much money I want to make. Let me not talk about how much money I made because every time I do that around my friends, that I get, penalized for it. So
Yeah.
everyone must be like that. And that was only because I was only surrounding myself around people who treated me like that. And that's why my situation was toxic, because some people, when they're not doing super well, they don't want to hear about you doing well. They're like, hey, man, stop talking about that. Let's talk about girls or this.
Yeah. I mean, I think like there's like different for me. I feel like there's different friends that I could talk to certain things about. Like I could talk about failures, I could talk about success. Some of them will look at it like when I was doing it, I could realize who was getting jealous, who was like not really giving a fuck, who really didn't have any
Envious.
ideas. You know what I mean? Like, and it was just kind of like, all right, I won't talk to you about that shit again. And then like I'll have another friend was like, yo, actually, like, yo, I feel like that too. Like you could do that. And like sometimes you just bring things up because you want to hear how your friends think about it because you think that's your main circle. Like those are people who you trust. So you say things around them to get some sort of ideas or like hear how they feel about things. And like it could either go left or it could go right. Majority of the time it goes left. Like some people don't really give a fuck. But
Yeah.
What I slick had to learn was that, like, if I really care about you guys' opinion, right, and I have something that's important to me, like I'm starting a podcast, I want to tell the guys, right? If I really care about your opinion or my parents' opinion or my girlfriend, whatever the fuck, your opinion is gonna have a big effect on me. So if my idea, my product, whatever it is, isn't matured to the point where someone else's opinion can't affect it, letting people know or talking about it ultimately affects it because then someone could knock it down and be like, why would you do that? That doesn't make money or that's not going to help the show but then it's like that affects how you think because you care about that person's opinion. So it's almost like I feel like you should keep certain things to yourself until they're at a point where you can be like, hey, this is my fucking cup and what do you think? Not, hey, I'm thinking about, designing a cup and like, I want it to look like this and fuck designing a cup. Why would that ever work? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I see what you
you're
mean, yeah.
saying. I mean, I feel like I went through that a lot when I started with e-commerce. It's like I wanted to get into e-commerce, and it's like the first friend I told when I was getting into it was like, "Nah, bro, like that's saturated, or like I don't see you doing that." And it's like that first person I talked to almost convinced me out of it. And as soon as I felt that feeling, I was like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm not telling anyone. Like I'm gonna just do this shit."
Sometimes you just gotta go for it
Bro,
first.
I remember when like in high school, people were like, "Are you just gonna do shoes your entire life?" And like, I was
That's
just like, back in my mind, I'm like, hell yeah, because I'm making bread. But like in front of them, I'm like, no. But then as I got older, I was like, bro, fuck it. Like
at the time, you probably felt dumb saying yeah,
Yeah.
but you didn't know that really, yeah, you could do that shit. Your whole
exactly.
life.
So I was like, bro, I'm gonna keep doing this shit. And then it just so happened some of the people I remember who asked me that question, they joined my course, and I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, bro, like fuck you. I was
That's
like,
actually
bet.
funny
Have
as
you guys
fuck.
ever had people that like? I'm not like the one to say, "Oh man, I was bullied in high school. My teacher said fuck you, and now I'm rich." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people be capping like that. Like,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah,
man, my
yeah.
teacher said you ain't gonna be shit." She did not say that. Stop lying.
Yeah.
But you ever had people that maybe like you weren't best of friends with, or kind of picked on you, or whatever, and that like kind of look up to you now, or like joined your courses or whatever? I feel like that's like
yeah.
sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because to me, I'm not the type of dude like. Obviously, it feels good. You know what I'm saying? When someone that kind of doubted you or whatever, you know, now they're on the team. But I'm never
Yeah.
someone that's like, nah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Because we were in high school. I'm not gonna
Fact.
like judge you from how you were when you were 16, 17.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's cool when you know, you can kind of be like that rock star in your community and see that other people from high school, college, whatever, kind of look up to you and you can all kind of win together. You know, I'm a big, you know, advocate for like leading in the community and having a good, you know, positive influence. Like, have you guys ever had like an experience like that where people maybe that you had odds with ended up kind
Yeah.
of joining you guys or whatnot?
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, I just said it. Like someone who told me, "Are you really gonna be doing this shit your entire life?" And I told them no, and like they were just like, "All right, you know, at least you're on point." And then once I had this whole course out and they joined it, I was like, "Oh, bet." Like this is the same person who told me this shit, and like now they're in my course trying to make bread with me. So I felt good. But at the same time, back in my head, I was like, "I told you, nigga."
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
8th grade, I had this one guy, and if he's listening to this, he knows who he is. he lucky fucked me up slap boxing in the bathroom because I was the type of dude. I was like, fuck it, I'll go for it. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. So he fucked me up, and then I started boxing freshman year of high school, and then senior year of high school, this man was trying to get lessons, bro. He was like, "Yo, can I come to your gym? Yo, can you put me on as your coach, or can you coach me?" And I was just like, "No," but you know, it was the same kind of idea where it was like, "Yo, this guy beat my ass, and now." He's trying to get pointers. It was,
This man had a vengeance from a slap boxing
oh no, I
match.
fuck with it still, but I was just like, it was that feeling where you're like, okay, time passed, but you know what I mean? The situation changed.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why I feel like I like listening to Drake because I feel like what Drake's brand is based off is like the "fuck you niggas, I came up" type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Drake's
yeah,
always
yeah.
like Drake's the epitome of like greatness, low key. Like whether you like his music or not, he's very successful. And where he comes from in his music is a lot like this is where I came from, this is where I am. You know what I'm saying? I love that even if it's an imaginary chip on my shoulder, just feeling like I'm overcoming something or like I'm not supposed to be this, so I'm going to be this type thing. And I feel like sometimes, like when I was watching that Michael Jordan documentary, you know, have you guys seen that?
You get like
fan-
power,
it's,
right?
It's
man's
crazy
crazy.
because I think I've already talked about it before, but like the fact that he would create imaginary scenarios in his head that would allow him to go into beast mode and be amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I'll literally find myself doing that. I'll create scenarios where I have a chip on my shoulder when no one's really dissing me or I have haters or whatever. But I'll create that imaginary chip on my shoulder, which will allow me to push my mind to a degree where I have to succeed. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'll literally just create these fantasies where it's like, oh, I got everyone hating on me, or I got all this, whatever, whatever. And even though it's fake, it's still a scenario I was able to manipulate in my brain to allow me to do things that I wouldn't normally be able to do.
Bro, no cap. Like, a few weeks ago I went to LA, right? California. And like ever since then, I've been creating scenarios. I'm like, for example, today I didn't do shit, right? Like I'll be straight up.
Weak.
Today I didn't do anything. But like the other days, I feel like I've been like on a roll where it's like every single day, I'm like, all right, bet. There's some person in LA right now going ham, driving a nice ass whip, eating in Malibu, and like that scenario like gets me going. Like I just
Yeah.
put that in my head and I'm like,
Mhm.
bro, I got to keep moving. Then I go on Twitter, I see somebody who just came up. Like you guys know CJ Johnson. This man's
Yeah.
making bread. And I'm like, all right, bet. Like right now, CJ Johnson just got a sale. I didn't get no sale. So I'm ass. And like I create those scenarios to where it makes me go out and get it. And I think I even sent you guys like a tweet about this one dude, that kid that made like $1 million and then someone made like $6 million or something like that. I was
Yeah.
like, damn. I was like, all right. You know, I still didn't do shit, but you know, like
It works
today,
most of the time,
today
though.
was just one of those days. I was
Sometimes
like,
it's good though to just do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's good to just take 24 hours, do nothing.
bro,
and just be
I
okay
woke
with
up
it.
this morning. I was like, you know what? Today I'm not doing shit. I was just like,
That's totally
I'm
okay
just
though,
chilling.
honestly.
Yeah, I haven't done shit this week, bro. It's
Oh,
my
you
bir-
weak as hell. A week, nigga. I said 24 hours.
Hey, bro, it's my birthday week. And
That's
then
true.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Today-
gonna lie, we got turned
Yeah,
up.
we got lit. That was lit.
Look, today though, I opened up my laptop and I be setting like weekly goals. And I looked at my weekly goals, friend. I was like, damn, bro, I didn't do any of these shits, bro. Literally, I kept all the same goals and changed the dates at the top. I was like, all right, try again.
Bro, your ass was in Nashville talking about it's 7:30. Yo, pull up Nashville.
Right, this dude talking about 7:30 p.m. Pull to Nashville. Why,
Was it
nigga? I'm still
Tennessee?
drunk from last night. What are you talking
Bruh.
about?
We went hard though, dude, and we all lost the bet, right? Last night.
Yeah, I lost first quarter Lakers.
Oh yeah, that was tough.
And then I lost the over.
I lost both.
And then I won that the Lakers won, but I was still negative overall.
Yeah, I lost hella bread too.
I lost bread.
So now we gotta get it back.
Let's take another shot.
Actually, I slick broke even, but
Bet, bet.
still didn't make anything.
another.
Well, hold on, I need a line to.
Yeah, true.
All right.
I got one over here. You guys need salt? Y'all need
Nah.
salt? Yeah, bro, you lick it.
I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight.
You was salty ass.
I'll sleep.
All right, let's
All
get
right.
it.
All right, dude.
Second shot, take it with us.
Facts.
Listens to NBA YoungBoy. But all right, I got a good ass question right here. All right, is being delusional healthy for growth, or is being delusional? Okay, actually, let me rephrase this. Right, at what point in time is being delusional about an idea bad for you versus becoming, reality? Because let's just stop for a second, right? We got people like Bezos. I'm gonna create a website. Everyone's gonna buy shit from me. Back in what, 98? Shut the fuck up. You're crazy. You're tripping. 2005. Oh, I'm selling books now. You're crazy. You're tripping. Now this man damn took over the world.
Yeah.
At one point in time, many people probably called him delusional, crazy, psychopath. Before someone fucking made a microphone, yo, we're gonna be able to talk in this and hear it again. You're crazy. You're tripping. So I find that a lot of people dismiss people's ideas, but that's crazy. Fuck, that'll never work. But it's like, what do you guys think is the breaking point? Like, what do you think is being delusional versus actually like being onto something? Like, where does that like break even?
I mean, I feel like there's really no bad idea. Like if you have an idea and you have like some sort of plan to start it, I feel like it could be like executed. It might not be executed in a week, but I mean, if you continue to work on it, I feel like there's really no end game to your idea. You can always try to build something out of it. And if it doesn't go your way, I mean, you learn as you go, right? As you do it, that's when you start to learn, okay, actually, I can't do this. So I'm going to reframe it with this. And as you go and you start to build up on your idea, you'll realize what's delusional and what's not. But I mean, I really don't think there's any.
I mean, some ideas.
Yeah, I mean,
Some are crazy.
I
Let's be
don't
real,
know.
But are they? Like, what if I'm a victim of this question?
yeah, that's the thing. We live in 2020, bro. Like the internet.
I feel like anything is fucking possible.
yeah,
bro.
like everything.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being delusional or like super optimistic, which is like what people call delusional, because everyone's gonna say it's a crazy idea until you fuck around and actually do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're confident in yourself and you're pursuing something, pursue it. And then if you think you can really do it, go ahead and do it. But I don't think you should be worried or not if you're delusional, because you're only gonna get called delusional by the people that look at you from the outside and they see you doing something and they know inside they can't do it.
Yeah. And
So I don't
majority
think you should let that, determine.
Can you expand on that point though? Like where you said that it's delusional or it's optimistic. What do you think is the split? Because I think it's when you get up and you're like, I'm gonna cut this lime, and you put the first slice in, right?
Right.
What do you think makes it optimistic though?
I feel like, I
Versus
feel like most
delusional.
entrepreneurs are super optimistic, and the word delusional gets put out there by people that aren't entrepreneurial, or they're like, they don't see themselves doing big things. So, yeah, I think most people are just super optimistic because they have to be. You know, when you have big goals and you're striving to do big things, you have to be super optimistic about everything because you can't dwell on a problem. You know, we touched on this like last podcast. Like, if you run into an obstacle and you want to be a business owner or you want to be successful, you can't just, stop right there and be like, okay, am I being delusional? Like, should I stop? No, you're going to run into an obstacle and then immediately try to figure out, okay, how can I get around this? How can I get to step 2? You know, if I got caught up in step 1. So I feel like the word delusional gets brought up by people that really aren't even meant to be doing what you're trying to do in the first place.
I like that. What do you think, Dooley?
Honestly, I obviously agree with what they were saying, but I feel like the line that you were talking about is when the insanity or the extremity of your idea doesn't match up with your work ethic. So I feel like two people can have the same idea, but if you're 54 years old and you haven't done shit your whole life and you're trying to do this right now, you're delusional. But if you're a 24-year-old multimillionaire that's done X, Y, and Z, you're not going to be delusional because you've proved in the past off of historical data that you've done things that are, unlikely.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you're like, kind of like how Drake's, I relate to a lot of Drake, lines, whatever. He said, it's real when you are who you think you are. You know what I'm saying? Confidence is when who you are in your mind is closer to who you are in real life. Because we all have this image of who we are in real life, but then there's who we actually are in real life. So I feel like when you have an insane idea, which is way over here, but your work ethic is way down here, you're delusional because what you do and what you're trying to do is too far apart. But if you're trying to do something that's right here and your work ethic is way up here, it's not delusional. It's just hard.
So
And you
track
can do
record.
it. Maybe not even a track record. Maybe just, some of the shit that I've done is insane, but it's just because my work ethic made up for how delusional I was. I said I wanted to be a six-figure earner at 22. I fucking worked my ass off. I worked for free. I drove a shitty car. I worked hella shitty jobs. I did the things that you would think were delusional. You know what I'm saying? To get to the opportunity to do X, Y, and Z. So I feel
Yeah.
like what has that line is how much work you're willing to put in to make that delusional idea, whatever, an actual reality. So I feel like it's like you were saying, it's a perception. Some people will say it's optimistic because you can do it, but it's delusional for people that don't think it's possible. So I think that delusional is just another way for maybe overly optimistic. And people that don't think that they can do it, they perceive it as delusional because they know that their work ethic would never be able to achieve that. Yeah, so I
Facts.
think that those are the two things that are going to really create that line.
Yeah, there's a line between like optimistic and
Yeah,
cap.
because there's some
You feel me? Like,
because there's some things like some of the things that we've done, I wouldn't recommend for other people. Like we were saying, I
Yeah.
wouldn't recommend dropping out and quitting your job and doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, that
because
shit-
I know for a fact your work ethic, you're not willing to go through the mud like I did. So don't do what I did.
Yeah.
But for the people that are willing to do and make the sacrifices that we did, yeah, drop out of school, do your thing. And that just, that's the difference between winners and losers is the amount of work you're willing to put in. So sometimes I'll look at people and I'll say, hey, honestly, if you want to be successful, you got to do this, this, and that. I know you as a person and you may not be up to it. So take that into consideration. I'll be real with people. But some people I'm like, yo, man, you've done that and that. Bro, this is easy.
Yeah.
So it just depends how much shit you're willing to go through. And this is the last thing I'll say. Last time I said I talk too much or whatever. So I'm going to try to, calm it down. But the ratings go down, I'm saying I got to talk more. But this is why I said on Twitter, though. I said, what is the difference between me and the average person, right? I said, not much. I said, I'm just willing to go through the mental torment and physical and psychological torment that you're not willing to go through. That's it. I'm willing to suffer to get to the shit that I want to get to.
I was just about to touch on that. Like, you go through a lot of shit mentally. Like, to touch on the delusional part, like, when you're trying to come up, and I know when I was trying to get into e-commerce and I was, thinking about dropping out of school, there were times where I was in my own head, like, damn, like, are my goals really, am I delusional for having these goals? Like, can I really do this? And you have to be the type of person that you have a strong mindset and you're able to push forward and not give up when you have those own like mental battles with yourself. And that's what Dooley's talking about. Like, if you're not strong mentally, like you'll go crazy trying to fucking do some shit. Like
Yeah. And,
you'll go crazy trying to make a lot of money because you'll just get in a fight with yourself in your head.
and that's the worst. Once you get in that fight with yourself, like I've gone through that where it's like, all right, I'm delusional. But then like actually I come to sense and like I'll speak to people like Dooley or Will, and I'm like for example, I remember when I said this was gonna be my biggest week ever. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then I thought it was me. At first, I thought I was delusional. I was like, "There's no way I can make this much in a week." And then I did it. And I was like, I really wasn't delusional. Like it was just me fighting with myself, thinking that it wasn't possible. Once you get out of that stage, I feel like you could accomplish anything.
But isn't it all psychological? Like, think about it right now, right? The same part of your brain that motivates you to want to become a multi-fucking billionaire is the same part of someone's brain that depresses them to the point where they take their life. It's that part where you're like, who am I? What am I doing? Who am I in comparison to? And of course, comparison is the thief of joy, of course. And of course, what you define as success, that's a whole nother question. But just that aspect, that same part of your brain, like, not the ego, but that conscious area where you're like, fuck, like, it's real when you are who you think you are. But what if you're in the middle of becoming who you could be, but that mindset fucks you up from ever getting there and you never know? I feel like that happens to a lot of people. I know it's happened to me. That's why I'm
Happens to
speaking about it.
everybody, bro.
Yeah.
That's literally the catalyst between being successful and unsuccessful, bro. That's why I say my superpower, bro, is being self-aware. Like, literally, your mind is a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. Just like working out. Like, and that's dead ass. That's why, like, when I say a lot of things that sound like head ass or whatever, I'm being dead ass. Like, when I'm in the sauna room, like, I literally, bro, if no one's in there, all dead ass say, like, affirmations aloud. I'm like, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll literally say it aloud. I used to think it was corny, but for somebody, and it may be. The thing is, it doesn't even matter if it works or it doesn't work. The thing is that it helps me feel better about myself, and feeling better about myself helps me be more successful. So the thing is, it doesn't matter if it actually fucking works, if there's someone listening to me, oh, he's saying his goals aloud, he's gonna be successful. No, it doesn't matter, bro. All it matters is what actually helps me feel good enough to get up in the morning and fucking grind. That's it, bro. It doesn't matter if it works. It matters if it works for me.
I feel like in our day and age, though, with social media and everything, people think it matters. Like what you do in your life, how people perceive you, it gets in people's way. They're like, oh shit, like, well, I kind of what we were talking about earlier. Like, well, do I want to do e-commerce? Do I want to flip houses? Do I want to fucking have reset? Like, whatever it is, it's almost like people think that what you do, how you act, and how you are identifies who you are. But in reality, it's kind of what you said. We don't know what the fuck's going on here. You know what I mean? We're talking through a mic that someone's going to listen later, but really we're all just like a brain in a head. Or maybe we're not. Maybe none of this is happening. Maybe this is all happening for me and y'all aren't here, or vice versa.
I'm here, nigga. Like, I'm here, nigga. Trust me, I'm here.
Yeah, your shots are hitting. No, but really though, you see what I'm saying? Like, I just, here's the thing, right? I feel like it's really easy.
I was scared I was gonna have to answer that fucking question. I'm glad you went on a tangent, bro.
I was like,
no, but really though, I feel like people get in their own way. I really do.
They do.
I've gotten in my own way. I feel like people get in their own way. Do you think you get in your own way?
Bro, nobody else can
bro,
get in your way but you.
Facts, bro.
No one else
no,
can.
and if you let someone else get in your way, you're honestly ass.
Every time you
Like,
get in
you
like
shouldn't
that
let-
mental battle, bro, that's you getting in your own way.
Yeah, if
Like,
you're letting someone else get in your way, that's because you told yourself that this person is allowed to get in your way.
Yeah.
you basically, if you let someone else like just stop you from doing something, you literally think
Yeah,
that
you're-
person is like superior to
Yeah,
you.
you're
Yeah.
basically
Some shit.
saying, you're basically knowing that you can't do it, but you're using, oh, they said I can't do it, so that's why.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
All you
And
do,
what-
all,
bro,
all people do is
that.
all people do is find reasons to satisfy themselves, to make themselves, to make themselves feel better on why they can't do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, Charbel's tripping, bro.
It's
Nah,
10 Lizzies all over
You
again.
bugging out, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because Will's across the
Bro,
table. I got.
But you have
heavy-handed.
2 limes. That's why it's heavy in that bit. He's bugging now.
All right, bet. So this is
But-
shot 3. If you're listening,
Wait, I have a fucking
Take
sticker
shot.
in my shit.
wait, what?
Yeah, but what?
There's a sticker from the lime in that bitch.
Straight, bro.
All right, wait, dude. This is not a shot, bro. This is a barrel.
Yo,
Let me get salt.
this shit is hitting already. We only taking 2
I
shots.
got a good question.
I'm gonna start talking about aliens and shit, bro.
Yeah, where
I got a good
Charbel was
question.
going into some other shit, bro.
Other shit though.
Yo,
Will's trying to shut
this
his
man,
That man's
this man-
salty.
bro, this man Charbel was talking about. I don't even know.
I
what you
said, do we exist?
Yeah, that Dooley knows. Like maybe you're not here. like no, nigga, I'm right
He's
here.
trying to be on that Joe Rogan shit.
I'm like, oh
No,
fuck.
but really
Bro,
though.
this is insane.
All right, but I'm
Dead
taking
ass.
this
Yeah,
shit.
had me scared as fuck.
Alright.
I was like, yo, Charbel seen this shit.
Hella salt on it.
Yeah.
Bro,
What's up?
that was almost a double gulp.
No, that was a double. That was
Double gulps are
disgusting.
the worst.
Whenever you got a gulp, it's fucked.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not
No,
even-
really. Look, here's the thing.
I'm not
Okay,
even drink on mine.
I'm personally just
Oh.
not scared to talk about shit people don't want to talk about.
Me either.
Cause I'm not fucking going insane. But you know what? We can talk about going insane. You know what I mean?
I've gone insane. I go insane at least twice a week. You have to.
No cap.
Going insane is a prerequisite. And once you, that's
cap.
the biggest thing, bro. Once you once you learn that going crazy and doubting yourself and feeling insane is a prerequisite, and I use that word prerequisite as
you want me to
in
drink?
he said what?
Yo,
Yo,
get the
Sprite.
beer. Get the
once
beer.
you realize that that has to happen, like that's literally like an obstacle that has to
Yeah.
happen for you to be able to be who you want to be. Like, do you think fucking Jeff Bezos didn't go through days,
Bro,
months, weeks,
Like-
where he was going insane trying to build Amazon?
when you were saying like the whole thing in the sauna, like how you tell yourself like I'm gonna be rich, bro, like do the same thing. I do the same exact thing, but I do it in the shower, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I remember that was the
That's like a poor
shower,
man sauna.
the shower, the shower time. Like
You don't got this
me
thing.
in the shower, bro. It was just like that's where I come up with my ideas. That's where I plan my day. That's when I know I have to do this and this. Like shower is like you can't be on your phone in the shower.
Yeah.
So you can't get distracted. If someone's calling you, you let that shit ring because you're in the shower. And like I take long showers for a reason. It's not like I'm over there fucking doing bullshit. I'm in there just thinking
Yeah.
type shit. Like I'm just like, all right, bet like I have to do this. This is what I need to do. I'm gonna be rich type shit. Like I just tell myself I'm
Yeah.
gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna come up. And when you do that, it's just like it's like alone time.
Just speaking life into the air, bro. Like
some
I'm
people
at
call
the
you
point
crazy
where
for
I've
that shit.
seen so much manifestation in my life that it's like, bro, the shit that I'm manifesting is not crazier than the shit that I've already done.
Yeah.
So why not, hey, just see if it works. You know what I'm saying? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yo, what in God's name?
Yeah, I don't
Hope the
even
camera.
know.
Is this beer, nigga, or strawberry shortcake, bro?
I have no idea.
Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't.
This shit, the
I
creme
pulled them all off
brulee
the same.
slushy XL.
Oh, that's crazy. But Will,
Right.
what do you do? Do you do any type of like? Do you have any type of
Bro,
rituals?
I've done it all, bro.
Or any
I've done
type of,
it
like-
fucking-
like affirmation.
I have some old story posts that I can still pull up, but like there was a time, bro, where I would like literally write in my notes on my iPhone, like I'm gonna hit a 10K day on Shopify, or no, it was I'm gonna hit a 1K day on Shopify. I'm gonna hit a 1K day on Shopify, like just hella fucking times, like 100 times in my notes. And then 2 years later, you know, I did that, and I had that to look back on. And you know, there's days where like I'll literally wake up and on a piece of paper I'll write like, today I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna make some money today. And then boom, I'll make money that day. Or I'll have a good day because I woke up and I immediately put that on paper. I feel like it works. And like you said, like there's not a specific way to do affirmations or anything. But you know, whatever works for you works for you.
But
Speaking
that's all
things
it
into
is.
existence is always good.
But I feel like some people they speak things to existence, thinking like that shit's just gonna come to them.
That's a
Uh,
whole
and, like-
other thing. Yeah.
And like I've seen it happen. I've seen people be like, "Yeah, like we're gonna come up," and I'm just like, "I'm gonna come up."
hate
Like, I don't know
that
about
shit,
you,
bro.
but like I'm gonna come
I
up.
mean, you definitely have to follow it with
Yeah, some-
massive action. Bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
I hate people that be posting like
It's not a cheat
they
code.
be posting like the
Yeah.
Lambo, like a picture of a Lambo and like 20 racks and be like mood. No, you're poor. What do you mean, dude? I'm like, you just post something and go back to playing Call of Duty. That's what I hate though.
Bro,
And that's why people think affirmations is like kind of corny because anyone can just put on Instagram,
Yeah.
I'm manifesting the best month ever, and they do nothing different.
Yeah.
But the
facts.
thing is,
And
when I manifest that shit, bro, I put my heart into that shit.
Yeah, and
That's
I've
the
had
point.
I have like family members where they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be rich." I'm like, "Bro, you're old as fuck. Like, bro, you need
Jesus.
like on some real shit. Like, it because it bothers me. You know what I mean? Like, there's people like that. Like, there's no problem waking up in the morning and writing down, "I'm gonna make money today." But there's a problem when you're writing that shit down and you're not doing anything about it. You're just writing it down.
Praying for it.
Bro, that's
you know?
another thing I feel like we need to talk about, bro. Like, it's like I feel like it's a good thing and a
Jesus
bad
Christ.
thing.
I'm saying.
Oh.
Why does it do that after you?
I'm
I don't
saying,
know,
bro.
This is my first time trying this shit. so-
Bro, this is insane.
I happen to me too,
You're gonna put
bro.
this back in the video, you're gonna see you just opened it like a regular nigga.
See, I thought maybe mine got shook up, but
Oh
Alright.
shit!
let's see with Will.
Well,
I'm lit, bro.
He's got the magic.
No,
What?
you
What?
wait.
Hit it, and
Wait.
put it back down.
Now I think there's like a Thor thing where it's like I'm just the chosen one.
No,
Yo.
nigga. Yo.
Oh, so it's a
He
it's a
said, "I'm the
This is a
chosen-"
defect.
yeah, this is a defect.
Yo, we
He
gotta.
said, I'm the chosen one.
No, you're not, bro.
It's kind of smack though. It smacks.
Oh, that's you gotta find
It's
it.
different.
Yo.
I've never had this, so
I mean, this looks like strawberry shortcake.
I low-key got a
Yeah.
good question, bro. I got a
What's
good
up?
question. This is one I try to bring up to a lot of people, and they're like, here we go. And I'm like, really, I've wanted to have this fucking conversation for a long time. Okay?
Fuck.
Sorry. I don't know what's happening. I gave up on mine. So here's the thing, okay? What makes something good? All right? Does something having a lot of views make it good? Or is something good because it's good? Because I feel like there's a big misconception in that with that in our day and age where it's like, oh, like some bitch on TikTok fucking went and got like 23 million likes or some shit. My little sister was telling me about, and they're like, she's a government operative, and there's all this fucking conspiracy and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe she just got 23 million likes. But then there's the perception where there's like maybe someone's making some hard ass content, they're putting their heart into it, they're working on it, but it doesn't get views. So someone's like, oh no, that's ass.
I feel like, and we've spoken about this, whereas like when the more thought you put into things, sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But the least amount of thought you put into it, it works because you thought of it real quick and then you executed it. So it came out good. When you try to make things perfect, it ends up not being good.
Good is whatever works, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I swear, I'll put like hella effort into like if you look at my YouTube channel, like I'll put hella effort into one video, like nice animations, good intro, amazing content, 20-minute video, and it'll get like shitty views. And then I'll make one video where literally like my last video, I wasn't even in the office. I didn't have my setup to make the YouTube video. So I literally just did it off my phone because I was like, dang, I need to post a YouTube video this week. Posted it, got like 300 views within 24 hours. Did better than the other videos. So
Damn.
So that's the question. Like, which one is better? Like the one that got more views?
it's the one that works, bro. It's the one that gets you results. I feel like it's different in every there's a different good for videos. There's a different good for like content. Like
Yeah.
there's
It's
times where I'll
tough.
post some valuable content on Instagram and I'm like, yep, this right here, it's gonna make me hella ecom degree sales. And then it doesn't. And then literally one day I posted like a picture of my tat and I was like 10 spots left. Swipe up. That shit did numbers, bro. It had nothing to do with e-commerce, bro. And it just did numbers.
The
So
thing
I'm
is,
like,
bro, I think
fact.
what makes something good is consistency. Because this is the thing. I mean, good is obviously an opinion, right? But I mean, there's certain content where we can agree, yo, that's good content. It was valuable. You know, it was a good length. It was whatever. But there's a difference between being good as a content perspective and being good marketing. Because the thing is, even in music, like I see a lot of rappers that are just not good. Like the lyricism isn't there. Nothing's there but the beat. But they have great marketing. You know what I'm saying? Spotify's got them on the Rap Caviar. They have influencers playing their song. They're on TikTok. So the thing is, good marketing always beats good content because good marketing gets views.
What if we take marketing out of it, right? I'm talking about the actual content. Like, do we judge it as good because it reached views, it had success, it made sales, or is it good because it's good?
But
I
I
don't.
feel like
I
there-
think good is good, bro. I've seen some shit that has 1 million views, and I'm like, that was ass. Like Grant Cardone, to me, I don't like Grant Cardone. He has hella views, but he's ass. He doesn't say anything cool. He just posts a bunch of money and a jet that he leases and says, "Hey, I have 10 spots left. Join me." You know what I'm saying? So for me, I guess as a content creator, I'm more observative to these things, but views don't mean anything to me because I know that you can pay for views. You can pay someone to promote your shit. You can pay an influencer to do whatever. So views are so easy to get now. I'm more focused on the actual content, you know.
Yeah, me
personally.
like being a marketer, like I look at good as very different as well because I'll see ads all the time, and like I might see an ad and it has crazy footage of something, a crazy animation, good effects, whatever, and in my like visually it's a good ad, but I know from experience that just because visually this is a good ad doesn't mean it's converting. Like I know everyone that's had an e-commerce store before, like a video might not always do better than just a picture, with the product in there. So there's a lot of ways you could go about, whether something is good or not.
How do you feel about with shoes? Is there ever some shoes that are ugly as shit, but for some reason people pay hella for them?
Hell yeah, bro. All the time, literally. Like, there's shoes that come out, and I'm just like, bro, these are hideous. But because, like, other people like them, like, that's why I was going to say, there's everyone has a different opinion of good. So it's like, I might not think this is good. Someone else might think it's good. And because someone else thinks it's good, I'm going to buy it because I know I could sell it. Because there's only a limited amount of people that think it's good. So now you could charge, that extra, price. But I feel like when it comes to good, bro, like,
you got to go off the numbers.
yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, I could think something's terrible. I'm still going to go out and get it. Or, I don't know,
I just
repost
feel
it.
like
I don't know.
people confuse good with popular. Just because a song went #1 doesn't mean it's good. Like Gucci Gang that went, I think #1, whatever.
Shit hard.
It was not a good song. I
Nah, shit
mean,
hard.
like the beat went dumb, yeah, but
there's two different versions of good. Like quality good, no, but good as in like numbers wise.
But,
Did it make
but
him
does that
money?
mean
Yes.
good or does that
But
mean
what's good?
popular?
That's what I'm
That
saying.
means
though.
popular. That doesn't
No.
mean good.
I know,
If
because
something gets hella numbers, that's popular. It
That
doesn't
doesn't
mean
mean
good.
popular.
No, because
It means popular because hella niggas seen it.
Bro,
It doesn't mean it's
But
good.
did they see it because it's good? Or
No,
did
they saw it because other
I think
niggas
Gucci
saw
Gang
it.
is
and-
good because Gucci Gang
Nigga,
is
you're
lit.
weak.
bro, if you go up to Lil Pump's label or Lil
Wait,
Pump
wait,
himself,
what's
and you're
the
like,
last song Lil Pump made?
I
Because
don't
he
know.
fell off, nigga, because he's not good.
Okay, but I'm talking about this song. Look, if you go up to him or his label and you're like, "Yo, what's your best song?" They're gonna be like, "Gucci Gang." It's
Yeah.
He got
the
that
best
church.
song.
But does
that
that
shit was
mean that it's
good.
good? Or does that mean
Yeah,
that
That's
it's
what I
good.
said, and
Bro,
that's
I'm
why I
asking-
said,
no,
bro.
no, I'm
wait,
answering it. I'm
wait.
answering it. That
Okay.
means it's popular.
No, and I'm
Okay, so
going,
if
and
you-
this is what I
let's
said
say-
earlier. I
Bruh.
said there's different definitions of good, right? I said this. I was like, bro, you could think something's good, but someone else might think it's not good, right? So you don't think Gucci Gang is good. I think Gucci Gang is lit. I think it's good too. But because you think it's good because it's popular, I think it's actually good because that shit hit.
But why?
Like, why does it? What
Why
do
is
you mean?
it good? Because you enjoy listening. Like, if you were blindfolded and you'd never heard of fucking anything in the world, and they put that shit on you, and you were like, you know what? I like that, or do you like that because it's Little Pump? We want to support some crazy motherfucker who pops bars and gets, you know what I mean? Whatever people are trying to do. What makes it good? Because it was #1, like that Old Town Road.
Like
shit.
there's literally a
Old Town
meme.
Road
There's,
is good,
there's
too.
literally a
No, it
meme where
wasn't.
like he said Gucci Gang. I think Gucci Gang. Those lyrics were like 40% of the song.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess it depends what you think of a good.
Yeah.
Me, I like music. So when I think of music, I think of the beat, I think of the sound, and I think of the lyrics. Right?
sure.
It didn't sound good. It didn't have great lyrics, but the beat was decent.
That shit was good.
So you have one of three. That's not a good
It
song to
just
me.
it depends what you're going off of. Like I know for e-commerce, like I'll look at products and be like, "Yeah, this product's ass," but it'll be doing $1 million a month.
But see, is
Yeah.
it ass?
But that
No.
doesn't mean it's good. That means
It
it's
means
pop.
it's
That means it's
great.
That means it's
Doesn't mean-
popular.
what do you mean?
But that's what I'm
popular, bro?
saying. Like, is it popular because the product's good or because
that
everyone's
doesn't
buying
mean
it?
it means it's good because
Because
obviously people are buying it.
If
so
everyone's
it's
looking
good.
at it and it's popular, that means they view it as good? Or
yes.
Just because something's popular,
No,
Bro, this
people
happened.
will buy things just because other people are gonna like them for buying something.
because they
Just like
perceive
there
it,
be shoes that are ugly, but I know they're not good, but I'm gonna buy them because the chick down the street thinks I'm gonna be rich because if I buy these. So people will buy things because of what the other sheep will think of them. It doesn't mean it's good. It means it's popular, and there's a difference.
But here's the thing. What's that difference? Like, is something popular because it gets a lot of eyes because it's good? Or did it get a lot of eyes so people are like, oh,
No,
this is good?
I feel like you can be popular without being good. But if something is good, that
Some
means
pop.
it's either, popping, making money, doing something.
like, think about it
And
like
that's
this.
why I said, bro. Like, there's different definitions of
Yeah.
All right,
good.
next topic.
Like, yeah,
That
I
happens
feel like
every
you
time,
can't
bro.
define the word good
You
Yeah.
can't.
because everyone has a
That's
different
why it's
definition.
so hard to
of it.
answer because good has so many subcategories. Like, what makes a song good to me may not what makes a song good to Will or Alexa Charbel.
Yeah.
Like for me, I think a song is good if it sounds good, it has good lyrics, and the beat's
Yeah.
good. You might say, nigga, if the beat's good, then it's a good song. Me, I'm a man of class. You know what I'm saying? I'm just different. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, me, from a marketer
This man's a
standpoint,
man of class wearing a flannel and
Look,
shorts.
from a marketer
Like-
standpoint, if that song don't
They
got
can't
more than a
see
mil
his
views,
shorts. He's
that
wearing-
shit not
You
good.
would never know from choice.
Bro, he is wearing
Bro.
Polaroids.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I said if a song doesn't have more than a certain amount of views, I do not look at it as good.
See, that's
That's-
what I'm trying to say. Why?
That's sheep mentality.
It could be phenomenal, but the algorithm didn't suggest it to more
Yeah,
people.
That's sheep mentality.
It just depends how you're looking at it. Like me, if I'm chilling and I just want to listen to good music, of course I don't care about the views. If I fuck with the music, I'm gonna listen to it.
Right.
But I'm saying from another standpoint, from a business standpoint, if you bring me an artist and you're like, yo, you want to invest 100K in this dude, and all his songs got 200 plays, I'm like, hell no, he's ass, bro. He could be spitting the best lyrics on some J. Cole shit, Drake shit. Like I could be really vibing to his shit.
Okay,
but
so-
if no one's listening to his shit,
So
bro,
you
like,
mean
get this
good
dude
from
off the
you mean
table,
good
bro.
from a business perspective, not good as in the quality
And
of
that's
the
the
music.
whole point, bro. There's different versions of good. There's
For me, I'm
business
talking
good,
about the
there's-
good as in the quality of the actual concept, not how marketable is it.
I feel like we should just go to the next.
Yeah, next question though.
I'm telling you, this happens every time I
There's
bring
no
that
right
question
answer.
Up, bro.
There's no
Yeah,
right answer
it's
for
too,
that.
It's too scenario-nistic. if
Let's
that's the
take
word.
another shot. We're on shot 4 for
My shit
everyone
got
keeping
fucked
along.
up.
Yeah, I'm not drinking that, bro. What the hell?
It's just kind of good though.
Yo, pass
capping.
it to Dooley.
This is not good. It's popular.
Yeah, you got a shot already?
It's pretty good.
Low key, my shots are.
Tastes different though. I've never had some
He
shit
said I
like
still
this.
got a shot for the last shot.
No, cap.
Y'all want salt? Because these limes are going to take a second to cut. I don't got a plate anymore.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
You got a
okay.
lime right there, Bucko. Stop playing.
Which one?
The one right there that's liming.
Oh wait, did we put a
Oh, you
timer?
bit it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, how
empty.
long is
That's tough.
how long are we at right now?
Oh, yeah, we're at 47.
All right, so we got like what 15? No, we got like what 30 minutes left.
We got
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got like 40.
no, we
Oh,
got
okay.
43.
We're not
I got-
doing.
We're gonna try to make it 90 minutes.
We're doing an hour and a
Oh,
half.
okay.
All right, bet. I got a good question after this.
All right.
I
Cheers.
still got a lime.
Yo, I don't got a shot though.
Pour up. You have.
Oh, yeah. I passed the bottle. I need salt. We don't got lime.
Just pass it around.
Need me some shit with some bop in it.
This nigga.
What's wrong?
He's passing this round.
Never mind, bro.
He's passing.
Damn.
All right, come on, come
just
on.
Take half. Just take half for next shot.
Hold on, bro.
You out of your goddamn mind? All right, man. Fuck it, man.
All right, bro. All right.
Yeah, that's just disgusting.
Bro, give me a line. Straight, bro.
Yo, this
got
man
you.
threw you a whole line.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Yeah,
What's
next
the
question.
All right. Next question is should you have a balance in your perception of success to keep yourself from not achieving success? And what I mean by that, because my dumb ass writes these fucking philosophical questions. But what I mean by that is if you're working at like McDonald's, right? And you're like, I'm gonna have a fucking Lamborghini by the end of this year, but it's not realistic. Is your perception of success ultimately driving you to not reach success? Because then, the end of the year comes, you clearly don't have a Lamborghini, and now you're depressed as fuck, and you're like, I'm a loser. I didn't make it. I didn't achieve my goal. Whatever it is. Do you think that people should realistically gauge their perceptions of their success? Like, pace yourself? Or do you think, fuck it, dream big?
I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, yeah, it kind of goes back to what I said earlier. Like, anyone can write on a piece of paper, I'm going to be rich by the end of 2020. And some people aren't going to do anything to be rich by the end of 2020, they just wait for it to come. So I mean, I guess you could say pace yourself, like be realistic, but you can always dream big too. Like
I feel like
there's nothing wrong with dreaming big.
there's nothing, but this is the thing, and that's a good question because there's always that balance of when does dreaming big just become being unrealistic? Because there's obviously being unrealistic. I could say, man, I'm gonna be a millionaire by the end of 2020, right? Is
Yeah.
it possible? Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
But is it realistic? It's really not. Based off my historical data, is it realistic? Probably
Yeah.
not.
But
So
you never know. That's the thing. It's like
that's the thing.
you never.
But does
With
it hurt
as
you?
us as entrepreneurs, right? We never know. Like, yeah, we could plan our year, right? We could plan this is what we're gonna do,
Yeah.
but you never really know how things are gonna go. You never really know how much you're gonna make. You never really know how much students you're gonna have. You never really know anything because you might just hit like a fucking boom and
Yeah,
shit
you
just
can
comes
definitely
at you.
take off. But to me, I feel like it's better to base your success off historical data. You have to base it off something.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
feel like, it's a hard question, but it's a hard question because it's a skill. It's a skill to be able to be not only self-aware enough to know what type of success you can genuinely create, but also know based off the industries that you're looking to get into and the skill gap and the capital required and all that, what's possible to happen in a certain amount of time. And that's a skill. That's why it's a hard question because you have to know what type of work, how many hours a day am I willing to do, how many meetings can I go to, how many XYZ, and then the industry that I'm willing to go into, how does this work? Is it real estate where I may not get paid for 60, 90 days? Is it e-commerce where I can create a store and get a sale next day? So it's a skill to be able to know and to be able to predict not only your work ethic, but the industry that you're going into, what type of results are typical or possible, based off the work you're willing to do. So it's a hard question. I find it's one of the questions that you can never, ever answer because at the end of the day, you have to know who you are and what you can do and how much work you're willing to put in. And that's the only way you'll ever even be able to get close to knowing, in 3 months, I can achieve this. Other than that, it's just guesswork.
What do you think? Because I know e-commerce can take off overnight.
Yeah, I mean, like this year, I set a goal of I'm gonna hit 1 million in a month on an e-commerce store, and like I've never hit close to that, right? And then in March, I did like 300K just out of nowhere. Could have done 1 million if I had enough inventory. I feel like there's a line between setting like attainable goals, and then there's also like a good line of like setting higher goals than you think you can achieve because you might just fuck around and hit them just by aiming that high. There's books like the 10X rule and the magic of thinking big that teach you to set higher goals because, if you shoot for the stars, you might not hit them, but you'll hit close to them, just by shooting that high. So, I like setting high goals, but at the same time, like Dooley said, you got to be self-aware. Like, if you don't have any systems set up or you don't have any experience in a certain business, don't go out there and be like, I'm gonna do 10 mil this year, and it's your first year in
Doesn't
the
make
business,
sense.
because then you're just setting like expectations for yourself that you aren't really, you aren't gonna hit because you have no experience in that field. But
I
yeah,
see what you mean.
so
So that's when it's unhealthy.
I feel like, yeah, set high goals, but at the same time, be self-aware.
Yeah, because to
You
me,
know?
I feel like it's kind of like that balance thing where it's like if you're setting goals that are so high and you never hit them, it's like, okay, I achieved 0 of my 12 goals this year. But then it's like if you set 12 goals and hit them all, then it's like your goals were too low and they were too easy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I feel like I always want to hit like 50% to 70% of my goals. And I want to set my goals high. So it's like I say, hey, I want to make 300K. I know that if I only make 200, hey, it sucks, but hey, I made 200 fucking $1,000. So I feel like I want to set my goals high where I want to hit some of them. But if I hit all of them, then I set my bar too low. But if I hit none of them, then either I didn't work hard enough or I didn't have realistic expectations.
Yeah. And if
So
you hit
it's
none of
gotta
them,
be in the
you're
middle.
like, damn, I didn't do shit.
Yeah, then
Yeah,
you
facts.
might actually feel bad about yourself. You know what I'm saying? But if you say, "Hey, I want to make $1 million this year," but you make 500K, 500K is great. But you don't want to feel bad about making 500K. You know, so that's one of those questions that's hard to answer because it's just based off like how how you judge yourself when you do or do not hit goals. Like me, I'm goal oriented, but I don't really base myself off the goals I have. I base myself off how my life is going as it is, so it's just based off your mentality.
You got anything to add, Lex?
I was gonna say like there's really no time limit in goals. Like goals can always roll over. I definitely still have like high goals that I didn't hit last year that I'm trying to hit this year, and I haven't hit them yet, but I'm 5 steps ahead than where I was last year to hitting them this year. So it's like you don't have to always be mad at yourself that you didn't hit a goal. You could just be like, okay, bet I'm gonna change this, do this, so that way next year I should be. If I don't hit this goal, I'm at least closer to hitting that goal.
Yeah.
And as long as you do that, I mean, I feel like everyone should be fine.
I feel like you should separate them though. Like you should have like monthly goals, yearly
I feel like you
goals.
have to have, but as don't you feel like you have to have a time limit on your goals though? Because to me, I feel like what people do is they don't put like what's the word?
Accountability.
Like tangible goals and time limits and numbers and things that are actually quantifiable. They're just say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to do X, Y, and Z.
I feel you. I mean, there's definitely goals that I put a time limit on.
Yeah.
It's like if I don't hit this shit by like next year,
You gotta
out.
know when you're ass. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, yeah,
exactly.
for
You
real.
have to know at what point you just look in the mirror and say,
Yeah.
I'm ass.
Because
Like,
you
you
can't.
can't just be like, all right, I'm gonna read this book. Next year goes by, all right, I'm gonna read it this year.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
like-
then you're just giving
And
yourself
that-
an out.
Well, let me
Yeah.
be more specific, I guess. It's like, let's say you want to save like let's say 200K, right? And this is just an example. You want to save 200K the first year, you end up not saving shit. So you're like, I'm gonna just do it next year. Like, no, you didn't do shit this year. So
Yeah.
now like that goal is ass. You're tripping. But I feel like when it comes to certain goals, you should definitely give yourself a time limit. And then other goals, it's kind of like, okay, like we're all young. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's really no rush
Yeah,
into
there's some
success.
goals like, I just want to
Yeah.
do this at some
Yeah,
point.
like that's just something
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
you have to hit
Yeah.
by at least
We call those
25.
Like we say
bucket
we
list
want to,
goals.
like we say
Yeah.
we want to live X, Y, Z.
Right. And
in
it's
a-
good
in
to
a
have
number
those
size,
goals.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eventually.
Yeah,
but it's
eventually.
also good to have those, this is my monthly goal, this is my 6-month goal. And those are the goals that tell you your ass. Because I feel like if you don't hit those goals, it's like, bro, you're not grinding hard enough or you're bullshitting.
Those short term, like monthly, 3-month, 6-month, yearly goals are what gets you to the
Yeah.
goals that you're talking about.
That's
that
like I
Yeah.
feel like those are
go
the
hit.
most important. Like once I started quantifying my goals, that's when my life changed. Because when you don't quantify your shit, you're just like, hey, I want to lose weight. Hey, I want to gain weight. Hey, I want to go to the gym more. You never know if you succeed or not. But if you say, hey, I want to lose 15 pounds by March 3rd, hey, I want to go to the gym 3 times a week for 4 months straight, then you can actually tell yourself, hey, I did or did not do this. And what made me realize that was when I started my real estate company. I needed to tell my acquisition partners, you need to make X amount of calls every single day. So if you don't get a lead, but you made this many calls, you had a successful day. When you don't know what success and failure looks like, you're constantly in limbo. You don't know if you succeeded or failed because you didn't set an expectation for yourself of what success and failure is. But when you set those quantifiable and tangible goals, it allows you to actually know, okay, I did well. Okay, I didn't do well. And when you don't quantify, it's because you don't want to actually set a time limit to where you can actually say, oh, okay, I fucking suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't set a time limit because you don't actually want to set a day where you have to look in the mirror and say, wow, I didn't lose 15 pounds. I didn't make X amount of calls. I didn't apply for X many jobs.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy you say that, bro. Like not even a year ago of today, we did the first episode and you were like, yeah, I'm about to start Diamond Home Acquisitions. We're going to do this, this, and this. And now we're here. And I remember when I was talking to you, you were like, yeah, I just did my first 10K month or some shit like that. And then you hit 350. And I remember when I was talking to you, you were like, yeah, we're almost at 150 students, but if I can hit 500 by the end of 2020, I'll be happy. And you're at like what? What?
Yeah, I'm at like 600 now.
Isn't it crazy? And we've been in it.
Manifestation is real,
Yeah.
but hard
And
work is realer.
That goes back to like the whole thing of being delusional. You know what I mean? It's like
You
think
gotta be
you-
fucking insane,
Yeah,
man. You gotta
crazy.
be insane to do this shit.
because some people are gonna think, bro, you're not gonna hit 500 students. Like 500 students is like
A lot of people.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
And then once I did that shit, I was like, bro,
I
did
want more.
500. Yeah,
and
I
then
was
you went
like-
1,000.
Yeah,
you
and
know
then
what I'm
now
saying?
it's like,
500
bro,
people?
my goal was 500 by the end of the year, bro. We have what, 3 more months, 2 more
Yeah.
months in the year? I
Because
don't know.
any like super analytical person could be like, bro, if you got 150 students and it took you half a year to do that shit, how the fuck are you gonna hit 500
Yeah.
with the in the other half of the year, bro? Like,
Yeah.
do the math.
Dude, 500, that's like a church sanction.
Yeah.
That's
More than
like
that
a
shit.
religious group, bro. 500 people. I think
Like-
that's enough to have a. How many people do you need to have a?
I don't know, nigga.
fuck.
Shit,
Fuck
I
it,
don't,
fuck
I
A
don't
lot,
know.
nigga.
I
Through
don't
all, I
know,
mean, I
bro,
know a
but
lot of
We're about
our
to take a left.
a lot of
Yeah.
our people are like mixed, because we have a a really mixed following,
Yeah.
or overlapping rather. But I'm sure like between all of us, we have like over 2,000 students,
Yeah.
which is insane, bro. I remember me and Will, we took a picture on top of post. We're like went from teachers or from students to teachers, bro, and that's real shit, bro.
Facts.
But
Like-
let's pierce the veil right now. For those people who are you guys, the students who are listening right now, man, what do you guys have to say to them? Those people that have been there since day one, the people that joined yesterday.
Yeah.
What do you guys have to say to them? They're listening right now.
I mean, first off, appreciate you for trusting me and investing in the program, right? Second off, obviously the program works. Do you see the success of other students? So, I saw a tweet today where it's like, most courses they're good, but if you have a successful student, they probably would have succeeded with other courses because at the end of the day, it depends on the type of person that they are and their
Facts.
work ethic.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're listening to this right now, you should take note of that all the successful students in all of our programs share the same character traits and work ethic. So, if you work hard enough, you can get the same results that everyone else is getting.
Right.
And then if you're not doing shit and you joined your ass.
And that's what I feel like that's what we tell every student that joins that asks the question. It's like, how can I make my first 1K? And it's just like, bro, work ethic. Like if you have no work ethic, you're not gonna make bread. That's just not gonna come.
work
together.
ethic
Yeah.
and just mental
It's
strength.
based off the person. I mean, for my students, man, like I think we're like 1,200 right now, which is just humbling as fuck. And the thing is, like when people join or whatever, it's just different because I don't really think about me. Because honestly, I charge pennies to what people can make on my course. So honestly, I'm just happy that like I'm able to give people an opportunity to just change their fucking life. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I'm humbled that people choose me as to give them a vehicle to succeed. But I'm even more excited about the community that I've created, where it's just a group of winners. Like, not even to brag or whatever, bro, but like our like community, bro. I don't even know anyone that has like a friend group that has such successful programs or courses where everyone is so intertwined and so like just vertically successful, bro. Like people literally move from my course to Will's course to Alexis' course, and they quit their fucking job after that. There's a reason why it's the holy trinity of courses, bro. Like it's insane that like there's so many people that are just like scammers or do bad business or whatever. But if you Google our names, bro, you won't hear shit bad about us because we just do good business. We have courses that over deliver and under promise. And it's just wonderful, bro. The community of people that are just wake up happy, grinding, successful every day is just a blessing, bro. So I mean, it feels like a dream to just wake up and get paid to help people. Like, what else can you ask for at this point? So
It's
I'm just
awesome.
blessed.
It's awesome because it's real, man. I told Will this when
It's
I first
real
met
as
him.
fuck.
I said, I've seen all these fucking courses online of people making money doing e-commerce, but it becomes real when you meet someone. Like when I met Will, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
okay, Will's right here. We're at Post. Like, shit's not fake. Shit's not a scam. It changes your perception on things because I feel like the person who sits at home, they're on YouTube all day or whatever they do, it's kind of hard. It's hard to believe that someone would give a shit about you to help you make money.
Yeah.
It
Very
is.
hard.
because we live in a pretty fucked world. But then there's people like you guys who actually provide value. So shout out
And
to
it's
y'all.
the being involved part. You know, like I can see because I'm in you guys' group chat. Like to see people be involved. Congrats. That's what's up. Tell me more. Like that's the most important part, bro. Is the creator of the course being involved and not just hey buy the course and you'll never hear from me ever again.
Facts. Yeah,
You know,
I feel
Will
like-
even going the extra mile and getting plaques for people. Like that was not
Yeah.
that's not just a money move. That's a whole like community changing aspect of the community. And there's things that course creators they just don't go the extra mile to make the students feel like they're part of a community. And this is so powerful. And I love it.
That plaque shit is hard, bro.
Yeah,
So,
it's hard as
someone,
fuck.
dude, I know there's people flexing that shit. Like every
Yeah.
time they bring someone home, yeah, that's my plaque.
Yeah, I
Made
had to order
100K.
another one today
Oh shit.
That's
for my
hard.
boy Marcus. Shout out to my boy Marcus Bright.
He
the,
did like 100K in a month, right?
the drop shipping pharmacist. Yeah, he's a
That's
pharmacist
crazy,
and he's
man.
doing six
I knew whatever
figures.
pills he got.
He's a
bro.
pharmacist for real?
Yeah, he's a pharmacist.
You think his name was just drops him in pharmacist?
I mean, I
man?
thought he was just like, you know,
That's
Nah, he's a pharmacist for real.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What is a pharmacist? Like a professional drug dealer?
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
Obviously. So, I mean,
Certified drug
He must
dealer?
have some pills or some shit, man.
That's respect.
He's
Damn.
eating, bro. He's eating.
Yeah, he's doing
that's a
like
fine
Yeah, I'm
name.
pretty sure he's in my course as well.
he's gonna do more than 100K a month this month.
For
'Cause
sure.
He's at the rate of doing like 5 to 10K a day.
Sheesh.
Yo, like
That's insane.
off air, can you tell us what product he's doing?
Bro, to be honest, I don't even know what the fuck he's selling. Bro, like 90% of the time I don't know what my students are selling because like I don't ever have to help them because like the scaling is in the course, like everything's in the course. So unless they like sign up for a workshop, then I'll know. But most of the time, bro, like they hit those numbers themselves. Like all my students that have made six figures, they did it themselves. And I don't know what the fuck they're selling.
That's awesome.
E-commerce is so duplicable. Like it's insane that there are so many people making 4 or
Right.
5 figures a day. It just goes to show how many people are buying shit online every day. Like I'll never see an Instagram ad and swipe up and buy some shit in my goddamn life.
Yeah.
But so many people are doing it where hundreds of thousands of people are making thousands.
But
a
then
day.
you got students doing 100K on Amazon too.
Yeah, Amazon, I can kind of understand it because Amazon is already backed by a huge brand.
Yeah.
But e-commerce itself is just
Right.
fascinating because of the amount of people on Earth.
I would
It's
I would
endless.
have students doing 100K on Etsy, bro, if they didn't ban drop shipping. But like it's pretty hard to sell.
So
on there.
Etsy-
So
fuck
you have to
themselves
be
up.
organic on there. Like you have to create like a custom
You-
product, and that's the only way.
There is a way around it, and when I figure it out, bro, I'm gonna be rich as fuck. But until then, they don't allow drop shipping. And if they catch you using any type of pictures from the internet, you get banned. So you really have to like hand make your shit to sell on there. But at the same time, there's people like if you watch my last YouTube video, I revealed a product that is really hot right now. It's called a mask bracket, and it's basically something. It's like a silicone thing that you put under your face mask, and it helps you breathe better. And then for girls, it also helps the mask not touch your makeup. And it's like
Wow.
a very, very hot product right now. It's doing like 100,000 units a month on Amazon across multiple sellers. So it's doing way more than 100,000 units a month. And it's selling like crazy on eBay, selling like crazy on Etsy. People are selling it for like $5 to $10. It costs 10 cents a unit on Alibaba. So I revealed that product on YouTube, and there's tons of people selling it on Etsy. And you know, obviously they're not making it, so they're finessing it somehow. So there is a way around it. I just don't know how.
It's
yet.
crazy how there's frequencies to life. Like there's the buyer, there's the seller, and then there's the manufacturer, and then there's the person
There's
who's
the middleman. Then there's the middleman that just connects the seller and the buyer.
Oh,
Like, bro, once you realize
Being a middleman is the way.
being a middleman is like, 'cause that's what I do as a wholesaler. It's how you make the most money with the least risk. Because I could be the seller of a property that owns the property, the taxes, all that shit, and I
all
sell
that
it.
shit.
I could be the buyer that buys it, flips it, takes all the risk, or I can be the wholesaler that just connects A and C. And I have no risk.
But doesn't that limit the opportunity because
It
you gotta
does.
find those like sweet spots?
It does, but if I can find a sweet spot and milk it and have almost no risk, would I be willing to do less volume for a higher profit margin with less risk? That's the question you got to ask yourself.
I feel like people don't want to do what you're doing though, man. Because here's the thing: I know you. I know you got staff. I know you got people who are fucking cranking out hundreds of thousands of calls a week. But there's other people who are like, I'm not gonna say a loser or some shit, but they're less motivated. They're like, fuck it. I could do that, but I don't want to because I'm too lazy. So let me go be a realtor. And once again, there's nothing wrong with being a realtor, but it's like you have that drive where you're like, you know what? There's fucking sweet spots, and I'm gonna be the fucking candy corn in between them. But I feel like people don't think like that, man. Like I think there's frequencies to everything. Like for example, my dad used to tell me this growing up, but he said, think about everybody like a fuse. Everybody has a max voltage before they pop. And you can't get mad at somebody for not being able to understand your situation or not being able to relate because they have a maximum voltage or they pop. And you might be able to handle more volts than me, or he might be able to handle more volts than you. You know, it's
Mhm.
like life's a fucking frequency, dude. And no one's
It
right or
is.
wrong. That's the weird part.
That's a interesting concept.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, I'm just different.
Respect.
So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm just different, bro. That's why I'm rich, bro. Cause I'm different as fuck, bro. Cause I put in the fucking work and I grind and I lose money and I make money, bro.
That was
why
an
we love you.
interesting
That's
concept.
the end of the day, bro. It could be whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, bro, I do shit that most people are not willing to do. That's why I make a lot of fucking bread.
But that's exactly why.
And I could make a lot more bread if I did what some other people do. But I'm lazy to my own degree. Where I'm like, damn, if I did this and that, I'd make as much as he's making. So I have my own faults, but I'm okay with it. And I'm pretty sure I think it was Karis that posted one of your tweets. It was like, if you're not living how you want to live, you don't have what you have, is because you're not worthy of it. Like I'm a big, and once I realized that, bro, everything I don't have is because I'm not worthy of it. Bro, I could be working. I could have gone to the office at 8 o'clock and said, working today or right now, but I'm not. I just was too lazy. I'm not putting in 13, 14, 15-hour days. And I understand that's why I'm driving a Tesla, not a fucking Lambo, because I know that I'm not putting in a certain amount of work that other people are. But the thing is, instead of moping about it, I understand that I'm not worthy of that certain lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that anything I don't have is because I simply didn't earn it. Because wanting to be rich and deserving to be rich are two totally different concepts. People want to be rich, they want to be wealthy, they want to be this, but they don't deserve it. And it's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
I feel
And-
like that's a good segue into what I'm about to say. Do you think that people starting at different points in time is beneficial to people's overall success?
I mean, obviously, starting early is going to be better because you have more time to.
Not early, but like in life. Like starting off with less makes you more hungry to achieve more.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. I just saw a tweet today. It was like, I'm glad I grew up in poverty, because he said that the people that are growing up, and I learned how to take 15 cents and turn it into $1, while the kids who have it made are doing the opposite. They're turning $1 to 15 cents. And because I grew up in poverty, I have that knowledge of turning 15 cents into $1. So I'm working upwards, people are working backwards, which gives me an advantage. And it's like, once you have that that motive, it's different. Like you're built different.
You have nothing to lose, and your back is against the wall. So it's like, and you don't have a lot of money, so you work smarter. You work with what you have. You know, you have limited resources. Whereas someone that comes in the game with money, like they'll just try to automate everything from the start. They're like, you know what, I'm gonna pay someone to make my website, or I'm gonna pay someone to do this, pay someone to do that. But if you come in the game and you have no money, you just have straight hustle. You know, you're gonna figure everything out. And I feel like it does help when you have less.
That's big facts.
Because your
Yeah.
back is against the wall.
That's big fact. I love what Lex said. That was a dope ass concept of just like, and that's why like immigrants, bro, they come
work
here and they own
hard.
banks and they own all this shit, bro, because they know that
They go hard.
when they come here, how is everyone getting rich? Ownership. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of foreigners own shit and we don't. I guess especially as black people, bro, we don't own shit, bro. We just give our money to other people. You know what I'm saying? Because we're born here, and we don't look into how to acquire wealth because we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's interesting. I'm not gonna say I grew up in poverty or whatever. I mean, I grew up. My mom was making decent money, whatever. But I wasn't rich. But I knew I wanted to be rich. So I think that the hunger that I had was stemmed from I want to be somewhere different than the way I was born. And I think that if I was born a certain way, if I was born the way I already wanted to get, where's the hunger? Where's the thirst for success if I'm already seeing it? But if I want to experience a whole new, type of life other than what I was born from, I have to earn it type shit. And that's why I love like those success stories when you come from nothing. Like Will said, you have to utilize all your resources. You don't hire someone to make a website. You learn how to make a website. You don't pay someone to run ads. You learn how to run ads. And even though when you can go and hire it out later, you still know everything, almost about everything. And that's why for me, when I was growing up, I tried to be the jack of all trades. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I was like, I'm going to do Forex, stocks, real estate, wholesaling, being a realtor, flipping, e-commerce. I was going to do everything, bro, because I was so hungry. I was just going to do everything to get a fucking dollar. You know what I'm saying? And then I slowly learned, instead of doing 6 things and making 10 grand a month, I can do 2 and make 5 grand each, But that hunger was based off of I'm born in a different reality of where I want to be than where I want to be.
Yeah.
I had
So
That's a
someone,
fact.
100% that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
had like you could say a mentor, like older figure once say that to appreciate your struggle because it makes your life worth living. Because if you were born, and it's kind of a paradox though, because it's like if everyone is sitting here right now, like if we ever had kids one day, right? You want to give them the best life. You don't want them to struggle. You want to buy them a
Yeah.
brand new
That's
car.
so true.
You know what I mean?
Because I don't want my kid to do anything that I'm doing right now.
Isn't that
to be
crazy
honest.
though? We
Weird.
talk about like when people are born rich, we call them trust fund babies or whatever.
But you want
Yeah.
that
But at the
for
end of the
kid.
day, we want our kids to grow up and experience wealth.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
But I
It's
feel
weird.
like there's a difference between having your kids grow up in wealth versus having them grow up spoiled as fuck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want my kid to know that at the end of the day, he'll never be impoverished. But I still want him to know that I'm not just gonna give you all this shit that I earned. You have to make it worth it for me to actually, make your life good type thing. So that's definitely interesting because people talk about, oh, I want to be rich so my kids never have to struggle. But then when kids don't have to struggle, people in high school say, oh, you were born in a rich family or whatever. I'm like, oh, you're mad because my parents grinded for me?
Facts. You can't do shit about it.
I
You
know.
can't. Like
You
if your
can't-
parents
I
are
understand
rich,
it,
they're
but
rich.
the thing is, the only thing I hate is when people flex things that their parents gave them. That's what I don't like. So if you got it, your parents got it, you guys live a life, going on vacation, that's cool. But just don't talk shit, bro. You didn't get it yourself.
I just hate when people try to claim that they're self-made, but you're
That's it.
not.
Yeah.
Like if you got, bro, here's a popular example. We use Donald Trump, right? If you start off with $1 million, bro, and you don't achieve, if you're not a billionaire, you're a fucking idiot, in my opinion. If you
Yeah.
start off in the millions and you're not a billionaire by the time you're fucking 70, you're retarded.
I mean, I feel like $1 million and $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, think
No,
about
it's
it. That's what I'm
not,
gonna say
bro.
about bro. Going from a millionaire to a billionaire is a huge.
Yeah,
feat.
but if you're fucking 18, 19, and your father is a multimillionaire who's putting you on a game and he's fronting you money,
this
fuck,
is
dude.
important though, because this is the thing, bro. They were
Fuck.
talking about Kylie Jenner becoming a billionaire, right?
Right.
And this is the thing, bro. Rich people get scrutinized so much.
They're still hard workers.
But this is the thing,
But
though.
it's like
If
Kylie
a
can't-
millionaire grows up in millions and doesn't do anything, right?
That's
They're
different.
spoiled, they're lazy, whatever. But if you start a millionaire and become a billionaire and work your ass off, then you're spoiled. Oh, man, you started off, whatever. So what are you supposed? How can you win? How can you win if you don't work hard? You're lazy. If you do work hard, oh, you're spoiled. So what can you do?
it's not that you win. I just don't feel like you can say you're self-made. Like real talk. I don't think someone can come in this room right now and say, yeah, my dad or my mom, whatever the fuck, tossed me $1 million and now I got this company that's doing 500 million.
I feel
a
like
year.
you can't say you're self-made, but you can be proud of your accomplishments.
Yeah.
Pretty
Of
much.
course
So
you can
pretty
be
much,
proud.
if your parents are rich, You're
Not even your
you're
parents.
stripping that title from your kids to say they're self-made.
No, it's not that. It's
Because think if I grew up with the hunger I have now, but my parents just happen to be millionaires. Does that mean that I can't be a hard worker? Does that mean that I can't be self-made? Does that mean that I don't deserve to be proud of my successes?
you deserve to be proud and you're a hard worker, but no, I don't think you're self-made. That's just what I think.
I mean, it just depends
can
how
kin-
much they helped you.
Yeah,
though,
I mean,
like,
I
you know
can't.
what
I mean,
Like,
if
Oh, yeah, if
if
they
someone
didn't help
gave me
you-
$1 million, I could not.
I mean, it
guess
depends
I
what you
couldn't
do
say
with the
I'm
money
self-made.
too.
But to me, taking $1 million, 1 million
and going to a
to
billion.
1 billion.
Bro, that's like taking like it's
That's
the
like
same.
what,
it's
a
the same as-
1,000 times? That's
it's-
one. That's 1,000x what you had, bro.
Bro,
Yeah,
but
it's
think
taking
about
a
it.
dollar to
That's
1,000.
more
Think
than
about it.
1,000x, bro.
But think about it, $1 to $1 million is kind of the same concept. So if you start off broke and you become a millionaire, that's the same thing, in my opinion, as starting off with a couple $100 million, or not a couple hundred, a couple $1 million, and then becoming a billionaire.
That's
Like
good.
obviously, yeah, you're still in the top 1% of your category, and yeah, you still worked hard, and yeah, you still this, and that. But it's like, bro, some people crack their ass their whole life just to get to that million. And there's nothing wrong with you starting off there, but it's like, I just feel like a lot of people feel entitled to certain achievements that, yes, you achieved, but like, fuck, dude, like someone pulling up next to us in a fucking Ferrari and they got a huge company and shit, but like they had funding. That's a lot different than someone who took a loan and they struggled and they lost
I
and
feel
then
like
they came up.
it's the same shit. Like if you have a family member in the league and then you make it to the league, they're like, damn, he was supposed to make it to the league because his dad's in the league.
Yeah,
And,
I,
you got,
I feel
and then
like
you got someone that like grew up poor and they're just nice,
And they're
then
nice.
they make it to the league and it's like, damn, that dude nice.
I feel like we
It's exactly that.
scrutinize.
Exactly that.
We scrutinize those people, but at the end of the day, we want to be those people.
Facts.
Yeah.
We want to
So
be
it's-
those
So you
people.
can't be mad
It's,
like
it's a catch-22.
No, it's not being mad. It's just that like there's certain people who get really arrogant about certain things that they
That's my thing. If you're really braggadocious about doing certain things when you had help, I guess, yeah, because I guess that could be a topic of
Yeah.
discussion. But I don't know. For me, I'm just glad that I didn't grow up with a rich parent because when I get rich,
Yeah.
I don't want niggas to say shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because I would hate to be born with a millionaire family, but I'm just a grinder as if I was broke. But now anything I do is undermined by the fact that I had parents that happen to be wealthy. I feel like that would be terrible for my situation, but I'm broke. So
But think
lucky.
about this, right? Let's imagine you had a kid right now, and you grew
hell no.
you grew DHA, you grew DHA along the way, and
Yeah.
that kid hits whatever the fuck, and it's like, Dad, I don't want to go to college. I want to work for you. They come in and they're fucking wholesaling 50 properties a month. They're going crazy. But
Yeah,
you set these systems in place that allowed them to come in and succeed. So that's the question: are they successful? Yes, but are they self-made? I don't think so.
I think so because they made a name for themselves. They came into the office and they did those calls. They brought those deals. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
kind of like saying that none of my employees can be self-made because they followed my systems.
No,
Yeah.
but your employees aren't your kid.
Who cares? They're doing the same thing my kid is doing because my kid is now my employee.
I'm talking about having leverage just because you're someone's kid or you're someone's fucking nephew or some shit. Like, bro, I've been around a lot of people who are like, yo, if you don't have this level car, like you can't even pull up type shit. And it's like, what the fuck? It's like, bro, you didn't buy that car.
that's different. That's different.
I mean, that's where I'm coming from, bro. I've been around some
I've
really
never been
arrogant
around
people,
niggas that
bro.
do
Yeah, me neither, bro. Like,
Who said that?
Bro, I'm being honest. I'm not even capping, bro.
They better have some fucking
Right.
2020 Rari type shit, bro.
God.
Nah, bro, but really, like, I feel
some
like
Mustang ass niggas.
I'm just saying, bro.
always
That just goes back to the
Mustang.
question. Like, we all start off at different points, but is that beneficial? Is it not? Because, like you're saying, you're right. If someone becomes a billionaire because they started off with millions, that person cracked their ass. That person could be considered self-made because they became a billionaire. But then, from the standpoint of someone else, they could be like, you know what I mean? If I started off there, I could be
Well-
a billionaire. And it gets tricky.
I think
All
at
right,
the
well,
end of
I
the
feel
day,
like
doesn't matter.
this subject could go on for like a minute.
Too long, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
like,
at the end of the day, this doesn't matter.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
Like, who fucking
But,
cares? It's not our life.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
It's not. But I'm just saying. It gets interesting.
I think
because-
only poor people have those conversations because I don't give a fuck if you're self-made or not.
Yeah.
Nigga. As long as I'm rich, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Honestly,
facts.
100%.
Like, props to Kylie, bro. Like, she came
I'm
up.
saying, like, but
she
she didn't do
did what
shit.
she, yeah.
She didn't do shit. Oh man, she's just a spoiled, pretty girl.
But
whatever.
like, no, she
But
used her
created a
bread.
business.
She monetized what she already
Yeah, so
had
respect
and
to her.
snapped. Like, I'm not
Would
mad
she
at
have been a
Kylie. Like if
billionaire
I
without
had,
the start, maybe
bro,
not. Who
if I had,
cares?
if I was in Kylie's position, I probably would have did the same shit. I would have been like, bet, like I have this platform. I've grown up to be what I'm today. Might as well create a business around it, and that's exactly what she did. So like, you can't be mad at her. I feel like
You're not mad. But
No,
that's,
I'm not
that's
saying-
why Kylie's fine though. But think about Rob. Think about their brother who hasn't done shit.
I mean, he's
know what I mean?
ass. Like straight up,
Didn't they
bro.
get
Like
some socks or
he
something?
didn't do shit.
Then got
He
some
fucked
socks.
up.
He's just rich.
Yeah, he's just up. He's
That's what I'm
cooling.
saying. So
Cooling.
who do you respect more, Rob or Kylie?
It's not respect though. It's not respect. The
What's
question's not
what's the
respect.
word?
So what's the question?
The
Yeah, what
question
it?
is,
What's the point?
what do you think is the best option? Like, do you think it's beneficial to start with, like Will said, with your back against the wall?
Yeah.
And like
I
have to
mean-
make it 100%? Or do you think it's beneficial to start off with resources?
It
But then-
depends. I feel like it depends. It could go either way.
At
Because
the
like,
end of the
look,
day, it matters who you are. If you're a grinder, you're gonna take any situation and be successful. That's innocent.
Yeah. I think- yeah,
I feel like if your back is against the wall, you're gonna be hungrier to succeed, but it doesn't mean your probability of succeeding is higher.
No,
than
because
the
there's a
dude
lot
with
of
the-
people
That
who are
is
born
true.
from
That is
poverty that are still poverty.
Yeah.
Think about
That is true.
think
They're
about
hungry.
think about the hood, bro. There are people that don't know shit. And they don't care to learn shit. And they use the fact that they were born in poverty as a crutch to make themselves feel better about staying in that position.
right.
But yeah, that's a different subject.
So
Pitying
that's it.
yourself.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, bro, it's who you are. If I'm a grinder, if I start with $1 million, I'm gonna take it to $1 billion. If I start with $1, I'm gonna take it to $1 billion regardless. It's
Yeah.
gonna take longer.
and
That's
that
it.
goes back to like who you hang around and shit. Like
Yeah.
if you came from nothing and and you're not about shit and you're not trying to go anywhere and you surround yourself with other people that came from nothing and aren't about shit and aren't trying to go anywhere, you're just dapping yourselves up like, damn, bro, we ain't shit. Like, we not gonna do shit. And you never, yeah, like you just gonna be chilling on the block, like doing the same shit every day, bro.
Oh God.
So that's why you gotta level up your friend group.
Shit reminds me of posts. It's like our back was against the wall type shit. Like we had no choice but to like come up.
Yeah, niggas
And that
out
was
there-
like we got it out the mud type shit. But really like we were living pretty lavish.
Niggas
But
are
at
out
the
there
same
at 2 a.m. making Shopify stores.
yeah, but like we was grinding though. Like our
Yeah,
back was
facts.
really against the wall when it
Right.
really like technically
Yeah,
wasn't.
you niggas were back against the wall, back against a floor to ceiling window in a penthouse.
Yeah, but like, but it was still
Back
like
against a
every
granite
day,
countertop.
every day and night.
Across the street from Coca-Cola factory.
But we was snapping though. Like
Niggas
we
was
made,
snapping,
like I
yeah.
feel like we made a name for ourselves. Everybody who came out of there, it was like,
legendary part of life, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that was, it was lit.
it was like
Legendary.
if I didn't move to post and I didn't be around the people I was around, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sitting down with you guys right now.
Butterfly effect, bro.
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
What time we at?
We're about
it's
to wrap.
8:40,
We're
bro.
about to wrap this one up. Anything
Yeah.
you guys want to touch on? Anybody?
So yeah, I feel like we spoke a lot about like failures, I guess, like being delusional, goals and
I feel like
perception.
next time we
Yeah,
should talk about our businesses more. So next episode we should talk about like the intricacies of our actual business, our day-to-day lives.
kinda
We
like-
talk about taking L's. Niggas probably think we suck at this point.
Yeah.
We're just talking about all the
but
shit that went
taking
wrong.
L's makes people like relate.
Yeah,
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 like,
so
you
I
know
think
what I
people
mean?
that came in and they can relate to our L's, now they'll be able to watch the next episode
And be
say,
like-
okay, cool, they took these L's, and this is what was able to happen.
Yeah, if
Right.
you're listening and you're struggling with something or you're struggling with something in your business, I feel like you should send that in and get our perspectives on how we would overcome, what you're
Yeah.
struggling with. And we can start the podcast off with that. And we'll also do a giveaway of some sort, maybe.
Yeah,
on the
we'll
next
do
one.
a giveaway next time as well.
Maybe of our courses or something that we think is a good like material object.
Yeah,
or
we'll
something.
spice
I
it
don't
up a
know.
little bit.
Gift card or something bullshit.
But
Day in the life. Day in the life of each one of y'all.
Yeah, we'll do a little something. So
some
to end it
bullshit.
off, well, yeah, like maybe one more question or one more concept we should talk about, or how you want to end it out, sir.
To be
Oh.
honest, I just feel like, you know what? If anybody who's been fucking listening to this, a lot of people commented that they listen all the way through. We appreciate you. You're the reason we're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like talking to you guys.
sure.
But it's nice to know people. It's nice to know people appreciate it. I feel like at the end of the day, there is relating, there is growing and all that. But some people just want to feel like they're hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is just a start too.
Yeah.
Like it's literally just the beginning.
Yeah, this is literally
this
just an idea.
series.
Well, like, hey, want to shoot a podcast? Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are hitting us up saying, yo, like, I related to that so much. Or, yo, I watched all 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how an idea can just turn to action. Action can turn to changing lives. Like, people just don't understand
Facts.
the power that they can have, not only on themselves, but on other people. You know? So I'm just blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be here, to be with my buddies, my friends, my partners, my family, and just be able to talk about things that I like, that I love, and just I don't know. I like talking, so it's just I don't know. I just love the opportunity to be here and talk to people and maybe help one person that's listening, and it's just a blessing, man.
That's what
So
it's all about.
I never take it for granted, and it's just cool to be introspective and watch these back and just.
All right, look, man.
Hey man, hey man, but
If you're listening, we do have a feed for this podcast. All right.
I think
If you found anything insightful or motivational about this podcast, if this podcast helped you in any way, make sure to post it on your story, share it somewhere. We don't make any money from this.
oh god,
So it would it would help if you just spread the word.
facts.
Charbel.
Hey, bro, we love all of y'all. And if
Bro,
look,
Dooley
look,
was going in, bro.
nigga, I'm
Dooley
out
was-
here trying to explain
Dooley
my
was-
feelings and niggas
bro.
just out here clowning, bro.
No, you definitely took too many shots, bro. Man, Dooley was snapping.
And nigga,
But hey,
I'm just-
no.
hey,
But
man,
for
I'm
real,
blessed
just
be
to
out
add
here
on
and
to
shit.
what Dooley and Will said, I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you made it this far into the podcast, I hope you gained a lot of value from it. I hope you could relate to either one of us, and definitely share it. Definitely
pay
tell
the
your
fee,
friends,
pay the
because on God, like we're really trying to like reach out to as many people as possible. So
yo,
shout us out.
shout out everyone who's been keeping along with the shots. If you've been taking as many shots as us,
Oh,
you,
shit.
you know what's going
They're
on right
probably
now.
asleep by now.
We appreciate you. They're asleep, but fuck it. Well, that means they're taking shots later alone. If you think about it.
We should have like an animation on the video where every time we take a shot, it's like take shot now.
Yeah, 'cause
Like-
remember like in goddamn motherfucking
Got hit up Geraldo for that.
iCarly. It was like random
Yeah.
dancing. And niggas start going crazy. We got some shit like that.
Yo, iCarly was hard though.
Yeah, that
Tell
shit
me
was-
why
yeah.
iCarly
that shit was
ahead of its
goated.
time. Anyway, shit. Just like every other time, my name's CHARBEL Milan. Today we got
Alexis Montoya.
Will Rivera.
Agent Dooley, multi-6-figure serial entrepreneur.
We hope everybody has a great night and stay safe. And this has been a timeshare. Thank you.